My name is Bree Reynolds and I'm a career coach at FlexJobs, which is the leading and most trusted site for remote job listings. And I'm here today to talk to you about how to find a remote job. The one thing that you should know is that remote work has been increasing year over year for the last 10 to 15 years. And since 2005, remote work has increased 159% in the US. So even though right now in this current crisis, we see remote work increasing quite a lot, it's actually been on this track for a while. And so remote jobs have been hiring and will continue to hire. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you about today is how to search for remote jobs. And then I'll go into the best resources for finding remote work. And finally, how to update your resume and your LinkedIn profile to apply to remote jobs. So the first thing is your search for remote jobs. The thing you want to do when you're searching online for remote jobs is to focus on the best keywords for your search. To pinpoint remote job listings, you want to use phrases like remote job or remote work, telecommuting, and online and virtual jobs. There are two phrases that you should definitely stay away from. That's work from home and work at home, because both of those phrases are most commonly used by scammers who are listing fake remote jobs to lure people in to steal personal information and sensitive data and also get access to bank accounts and credit card information. So if you use the phrases work from home and work at home, you're going to have to sift through a lot more scams. And that's why we recommend staying with remote work, telecommuting, and online or virtual job as your main search phrases when you're searching online. The next thing is when you're on a company's career page, you might be able to uncover some clues about the company offering remote jobs, even if they don't come out in their job listings and say that the job can definitely be remote. So one of the things here we have an example is Dell, and Dell is one of the leading companies for remote and flexible work. But on their careers page, they talk more about having a flexible, open, connected workplace, and they don't really specifically say that they offer remote and telecommuting until you get a little bit further into the details. So what you want to do when you're searching for any company and doing some research is to look for those kinds of clues where they talk about work flexibility or work-life balance, and focus less on specifically remote jobs and remote work, because those might not be very obvious on the careers page, but you might see some other keywords and subjects that would tell you or signal to you that the job is remote and that the company supports remote work. The next thing you want to talk about is where to actually search for remote jobs. And of course, there are two sites that I would recommend, FlexJobs and our sister site, Remote Co. The reason that FlexJobs and Remote Co are different from most job boards is that we pre-screen every job and company before it gets posted to our sites to make sure that there are no scams, there's no ads, there's no business opportunities, and there are no commission-only jobs. So the remote jobs that you get on each of these sites are professional level, high quality, and guaranteed to be legitimate remote job listings. The thing is, when you're searching on any job board outside of FlexJobs or Remote Co, you need to be especially careful about finding job scams and staying away from those sorts of things. So you have to do a little bit of extra research to make sure that the jobs that you're looking at are legitimate and not necessarily scam jobs. So it's important to keep that in mind if you're searching elsewhere, to really stay safe and remember to use phrases like remote work and virtual job and telecommuting. When you've actually found a listing that you want to apply for, there are some things that you can do to update your resume and your LinkedIn profile for remote jobs. The first is, if you have any previous remote experience, make sure that's listed on your resume and your LinkedIn profile. This does not have to be formalized professional remote experience. It can be occasionally working from home. It can be taking work home at night and on the weekends to finish up projects. And it can even be working from home if your kids are sick or if the plumber is coming. If you have any experience being productive and effective at your job when you work from home, even occasionally, that should go on your resume. You can also put things like remote education. If you ever build skills online, get certifications, or even complete degrees, they can be listed as remote experience as well. The other thing you want to focus on are remote skills. So things like communication skills, which are usually the number one thing that remote employers are looking for outside of your ability to do the job that they're hiring for. Communication, both written and verbal, is really important. You also want to highlight things like time and task management, the ability to focus, the ability to work independently and as part of a team. and also your comfort with digital technology. And so being able to list an actual technology skills section is an important thing on your resume. I've got an example here so you can see technology skills is a section that goes below professional experience but above education. And you list any programs that you are familiar with, like online or instant messaging, online chat, document sharing, file collaboration, web conferencing, video conferencing, and you can list the specific names of those programs. So you might list Zoom, GoToMeeting, Skype, Google Drive, Slack, those sorts of things. And then of course, any other programs that you use to do your job and to be effective as a worker in general should be listed there as well. And that shows that you're comfortable with technology and that you know some of the technology that it takes to work on a remote team. Those are the main things that you should be doing in your remote job search. So hopefully those tips will help you find a real professional level, high quality remote job. And I wish you the best of luck in your search.